really quickly, if you go to Module 1, you'll see all the highlights, the videos of lectures, the extra readings, and every week all that information will come together with discussions, and very rarely, but sometimes quizzes as well. I think the best way to really get your ideas across is not a multiple choice question, but rather to think about it, let it marinate in your brain, and then to write them out in discussion forums. The discussion group number 2, Using Humanities Through Film, which highlights stuff from the lecture that I wrote, from the textbook reading. So if you and check that out, and for most points, bring in information, bring in examples from the lecture, from the readings, and then explain it as best you can. But there's a 2-part process. Most of the discussions are going to be due on Friday, and that means that you have 2 days, you'll have the weekend really, to be able to go back online, check out your post, see if people comment on your post and respond to those, but more importantly even is to respond to other people's posts. So don't be afraid of not agreeing, that's okay, but how to do it in a critical, analytical, and respectful academic way is what we're going to be doing a lot. But then don't leave people hanging. If someone responds, respond back and read those and get into that discussion. We don't have a classroom, so by not having a classroom, this is our classroom, and the best interaction is the ones that you have in that small group. 3 questions. Consider 3 films you have watched in the last couple of years. That means you're going to have 3 examples, aren't you? You're going to have it very clear of how how these reflect current trends and attitudes. We're going to use the word zeitgeist, the spirit of the age. So you're tying into what the spirit of the age is, how these films reflect current trends and concerns and attitudes. What do you think these movies might bring about this change, or how do you think these movies might bring about change that's happening with social change? But it could be anything. It could be a TV show even. If you want to go with a TV show, you can go with a TV show. Another aspect too that you're going to be looking at, number 2, is the 2 phases. So if you look at my lecture it talks about the 2 phases that we're going to use, how to look at humanities like archaeologists and sort of unveiling information about how we record ourselves through film and the story that's told of human society. So how does it connect to specific interests you have in academics and hobbies, looking at those phases that are talked about there. And then number 3 is highlight one thing you found interesting in the reading, in the lecture, that maybe you haven't thought of before. And so maybe it's the way that we're going to look at film, or it's something in the reading or those posts about different film that caught your interest there. So there's a lot of pop culture that's in the posts this week. Because really that's what we're looking at here is pulp culture, and that's a way we record ourselves in society. So look at those. I'm excited to what you think about. This should be a very long post really, with good information and concrete examples from the reading, from the lecture. And then the second part of that, of course, is to comment on others, and that'll get you that full points. Okay, so have fun with this. This is 20 points. These add up at the end, so make sure you do them. And make sure, let me leave you with this, make sure to do it on a Word document first. I can't stress that enough. Canvas is notorious for losing people's work. So save it, and save it at least until you see that you've gotten a grade for it. Okay? So save it on a Word document, cut and paste it into the discussion forum. But save it, please. If anything else, that should be one thing to get out of this quick video. Thank you, have fun with this, and we'll talk next week.